Good morning. I want to remind you today that you are not here by accident. The dreams in your heart are not just wishful thinking. They are placed there by a higher power. Maybe life has tried to push them down. Maybe the disappointments, the delays, the setbacks have made you question if they'll ever come to pass. But let me encourage you, your dream is still alive. Just because you don't see anything happening doesn't mean God isn't working behind the scenes. You may feel like you've missed your moment, like it's too late, but can I tell you, if the dream is still in you, it means the time is still right. The road won't always be easy. You'll face challenges. People may not believe in you, but hear me clearly. What God started, He will finish. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to trust, to keep moving forward, to wake up every morning and say, Lord, I believe my dream is coming to pass. Some of you have let go of your dream. You've settled where you are, thinking this is good enough. But I believe God is saying it's time to dream again. It's time to dust off that vision, to step back into faith, to remember what He placed inside of you, no matter how impossible it seems, no matter how many times you've been told no. The right doors will open at the right time. You don't have to force it. You just have to believe. So today, make the decision. I will remember my dream. I will keep standing in faith. I will trust that my best days are still ahead of me. Stay encouraged, stay expectant, and watch how your dream becomes reality. Every great achievement in life begins with a vision. It starts with a seed of possibility planted deep within your heart, an idea, a goal, a dream that won't let go. This vision isn't something you create on your own. It's something placed inside you for a reason. It's not a coincidence that you feel drawn towards something greater, something beyond your current circumstances. That dream inside you is a glimpse of what's possible, a preview of what's to come if you dare to believe. Too often life tries to blur that vision. Challenges arise, distractions come, and before you know it, you start to question whether that dream was ever real in the first place. Maybe you started with passion, with excitement, ready to take on the world, but then setbacks came, rejection, failures, delays, and with each challenge, a little bit of that vision seemed to fade. The temptation is to settle where you are, to convince yourself that it was never meant to be, but deep down, that dream still lingers. You still see glimpses of it in your heart. You still feel the pull, the quiet reminder that there is more for you. That's because true vision doesn't fade. It may be buried under doubt or disappointment, but it never disappears. It is your job to protect that vision, to nurture it, to keep it alive, even when nothing around you looks like it's happening. Think about people who have changed the world. Innovators, leaders, creators. They all had a vision that seemed impossible at one point. They faced obstacles. They heard people tell them they couldn't do it, but they refused to let go of what they saw inside. The question is, what do you see? When you close your eyes and imagine your future, what does it look like? Can you see yourself walking in your purpose, living out the dream that's been stirring in your heart? If you can see it, that means it's possible. It may not happen overnight, but just because you don't see the fulfillment yet doesn't mean it isn't on the way. The challenge for many is that they stop believing in what they can't yet touch. They think, I'll believe it when I see it. But true vision works the other way around. You have to see it in your heart first before it can ever become a reality. You have to believe when there's no evidence, when everything around you looks the same, when nothing seems to be moving forward. That's the power of vision. It pulls you forward even when your circumstances try to hold you back. Think about a farmer who plants a seed. He doesn't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. He trusts the process, knowing that under the soil something is happening. Just because he can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. It's the same with your vision. Just because it hasn't fully bloomed yet doesn't mean it's not growing. The people who see their dreams come to life are not always the most talented, the most connected, or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to let go of what they see. They are the ones who keep speaking life over their dream, who wake up every day and take steps toward it, no matter how small. They understand that vision is not just about what's in front of them, but about what's ahead of them. Maybe you've been waiting for confirmation, for a sign that your dream is still possible. Consider this your sign. If you still feel that stirring inside, if you still see glimpses of that dream, that means it's not over. It means there's still more for you. It means you have to keep believing, keep pressing forward, keep holding on to that vision. You were created for something greater. Your dream was placed inside you for a reason. It's not just about you, it's about the lives you're meant to impact, the people who are waiting for you to step into your calling. There are doors waiting to open, opportunities waiting for you to walk into them. But it all starts with what you see. So don't let go of your vision. Don't let life talk you out of what's possible. Don't let fear convince you that it's too late. Hold on to that dream, nurture it, believe in it, and one day you will see it come to life. Life has a way of testing those who dare to dream. The moment you decide to pursue something greater, challenges arise. You may have set out with passion and excitement, certain that you were on the right path, but then difficulties appeared. Unexpected setbacks, delays, opposition from those around you. Maybe you applied for the opportunity you had been preparing for only to be rejected. Maybe you invested time and effort into something that didn't work out. Maybe you thought you were making progress only to feel like you were back at square one. It's in these moments that doubts start creeping in. You begin to wonder if you misheard. If maybe this dream wasn't meant for you after all. You see others succeeding, doors opening for them, and you ask yourself, why is it taking so long for me? It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned. It's tempting to settle for something less than what you originally hoped for, but here's the truth. Every dream comes with resistance. Anything worth having will come with difficulties along the way. That doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It means you're on the right one. It means you're growing, stretching, developing into the person you need to be in order to handle what's coming. There are countless stories of people who faced one obstacle after another before they ever saw success. The most successful individuals weren't exempt from difficulties. In fact, they often faced more challenges than most. But the difference was, they didn't allow those challenges to define them. They didn't let rejection be the final word. They didn't allow delays to convince them that their dream was dead. Consider the many stories of authors who were rejected dozens of times before their book was finally published, or the entrepreneurs who failed in multiple businesses before they built something successful. They all had moments where they could have given up. They all had moments where everything in them wanted to quit, but something inside told them to keep going. The same applies to you. The road may not be easy, but that doesn't mean you're not meant to walk it. Just because things haven't fallen into place yet doesn't mean they never will. There are things happening behind the scenes that you can't see. Doors are being prepared. Opportunities are aligning. People are being positioned to help you at just the right time. When you face challenges, you have two choices. You can let them defeat you, or you can let them strengthen you. You can allow setbacks to be the excuse you use to quit, or you can decide that no matter what comes against you, you will keep pressing forward. It's important to remember that delays do not mean denial. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to. Sometimes what looks like a setback is actually setting you up for something greater. What you thought was rejection may have been redirection. What you saw as failure may have been preparation. There's something powerful about staying the course, about continuing to take steps, even when you don't see immediate results. You may feel like nothing is happening, but every step forward is making a difference. Every lesson you learn, every challenge you overcome is shaping you into the person who will be ready when the opportunity finally comes. Many people give up too soon. They stop just before the breakthrough. They let frustration convince them that it's not worth it. But if they had only held on a little longer, they would have seen the results they were waiting for. You have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. You have to go back to that initial vision, that passion, that knowing deep inside that this is what you were meant to do. When obstacles come, don't focus on how difficult they are. Focus on the fact that you're still moving forward. You may not be where you want to be yet, but you are not where you used to be. Every challenge you overcome is another step closer to where you're meant to be. The process may not be easy, but the reward is worth it. The joy of seeing your dream come to life, the fulfillment of knowing you didn't quit, the impact you will have on those around you, none of it will be in vain. So when things get tough, when you feel like giving up, when the journey seems longer than you expected, remind yourself that the challenges are not meant to stop you. They are meant to prepare you. They are meant to build you into the person who will not just reach the dream, but sustain it when you get there. So keep going, keep pushing forward, keep believing even when it's hard. Because the dream is still possible and the challenges are not there to defeat you, they are there to strengthen you. The words you speak have more power than you realize. Every day, with every sentence, you are either building your dream or tearing it down. What you declare about your future shapes what you experience. Many people don't realize that they are speaking against their own dreams without even knowing it. They say things like, I'll never be successful, or things never work out for me, or I'm not talented enough to do that. At first, it might seem like these are just harmless statements, but words are not empty. Words create. They set things in motion. If you constantly speak defeat, if you constantly declare that your dreams will never happen, then you are giving power to those thoughts. You are reinforcing negativity, making it harder to believe in the possibility of what you truly want. On the other hand, when you start speaking life over your dream, when you start affirming what is possible, something shifts. Your words become the foundation for your action. If you wake up every morning and say, I am capable, I am qualified, my dreams are coming to pass, then you begin to align yourself with that truth. You begin to act in ways that match what you believe. Think about the people who have achieved great things. They didn't just hope for success, they spoke it into existence. They didn't allow negative words to take root in their hearts. They trained their minds to focus on what was possible rather than what seemed impossible. They understood that their words were shaping their reality. Imagine a farmer planting seeds in a field. He waters them, cares for them, and expects them to grow. But what if, instead of watering them, he spoke negatively over them? What if he said, these seeds will never grow. The soil is bad. Nothing good ever happens to me. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Yet many people do this with their dreams every day. Instead of nurturing their vision, they speak words of doubt, fear, and failure. You have to be intentional about what you say. Even when you don't feel like it, even when circumstances don't look good, you must choose to speak words of life. You must say things like, I am making progress. Every day I am getting closer. My time is coming. When you do this, you are not denying reality. You are creating a new reality. You are declaring what is to come even before you see it. Some people let their words be controlled by their feelings. If they feel discouraged, they speak discouragement. If they feel stuck, they speak frustration. But you cannot let temporary emotions dictate the words you say. Feelings come and go, but words have lasting effects. Your words create momentum, either pushing you toward your dream or pulling you away from it. There are moments in life when you will feel tempted to complain. You will feel like saying, this is taking too long. I don't see anything happening. But those are the moments when you have to be the most careful. Instead of complaining, choose to declare that good things are on the way. Choose to remind yourself that progress is happening, even if it's beneath the surface. You have to make a habit of speaking words of faith, even when things seem uncertain. When doors close, don't say, that was my only chance. Instead, say, a better opportunity is coming. When setbacks happen, don't say, I'll never get there. Say, this is just a part of the process. I am still moving forward. Your mind listens to what you say. If you constantly declare that you are struggling, your mind will accept that as truth. But if you declare that you are overcoming, that you are growing, that you are stepping into your purpose, then your mind will believe that as well. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about shaping it. Many people have seen their lives change simply by changing the words they speak. They stopped saying what they didn't want and started declaring what they did want. They replaced doubt with belief, fear with confidence, negativity with expectation. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history happened because someone refused to speak defeat. They spoke their vision into existence long before it became reality. They held on to their belief even when everything around them said otherwise. They understood that words are like seeds. You may not see the harvest right away, but if you keep planting the right words in time, you will see the results. You have the power to do the same. You don't have to let fear, doubt, or discouragement control your speech. You can choose to speak words of possibility, of hope, of success. Even if no one else believes in your dream, you must believe in it. Even if no one else speaks life over you, you must speak it over yourself. So starting today, pay attention to your words. Be intentional about what you say. When you wake up in the morning, declare something positive about your future. When challenges come, refuse to speak negativity. When doubt tries to creep in, counter it with words of faith. Your words are powerful. They are shaping your future. So make sure they are working for you, not against you. Speak life over your dream and watch how things begin to change. There are moments in life when things don't happen as quickly as we expect. You start with excitement, with a clear picture of where you want to go, but then time passes. Days turn into months, months into years, and you don't see the results you were hoping for. You put in the effort, you work hard, but nothing seems to change. It's easy to start questioning, to wonder if maybe your dream has passed you by. Maybe you think you missed your opportunity, that you should have acted sooner, that it's too late now. But just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. What belongs to you is still on the way. It may not have arrived in your preferred timeline, but that doesn't mean it's been denied. There is a process to every great thing in life. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it isn't working behind the scenes. Think about the way seasons change. You can't rush the arrival of spring. You can't force winter to end early. No matter how much you wish for it, seasons move at their own pace. The same is true for the journey toward your dream. There is a process unfolding that you may not understand right now, but one day you will look back and see that every delay, every detour, every waiting period was leading you exactly where you needed to be. Too many people give up in the waiting season. They assume that if it hasn't happened yet, then it never will, but some things take time to mature. Some dreams require preparation before they can come to pass. If you were handed your dream today, would you truly be ready for it? Would you be equipped to handle the responsibilities that come with it? Sometimes what feels like a delay is actually a time of growth. It's a season where you are developing the strength, the wisdom, the patience needed to sustain what's coming. Think about a tree that takes years to grow. At first, there's nothing visible above the ground. It looks like nothing is happening. But beneath the soil, roots are forming, stretching deeper, creating a strong foundation. Without those roots, the tree would collapse the moment it faced a storm. The same is true for your journey. The waiting period is where your roots are being strengthened. It's where you learn the lessons that will allow you to stand firm when your dream finally arrives. If everything happened instantly, you wouldn't appreciate it the same way. If success came without struggle, if your dream arrived without any obstacles, it wouldn't hold the same meaning. The process of waiting builds endurance. It deepens your appreciation for what you are working toward. It makes you stronger, more resilient, more prepared. There are countless stories of people who thought they had missed their moment, only to find that the best was still ahead of them. Some of the most successful individuals didn't see their breakthroughs until much later in life. They faced rejection, they experienced long periods of waiting, but when the right moment came, everything aligned perfectly. The same can happen for you. What if the timing you thought was right wasn't the best timing after all? What if the delay is actually protecting you from something you're not ready for yet? What if what you are waiting for is actually being prepared at this very moment, and all you need to do is stay the course? It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. It's easy to feel like you're falling behind, like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck in the same place. But comparison will only rob you of your joy. Just because someone else's journey looks different doesn't mean yours is wrong. Just because someone else reached their goal faster doesn't mean your path isn't valuable. You are exactly where you need to be. Instead of getting frustrated in the waiting, use this time wisely. Prepare for what's coming. Strengthen your skills. Improve yourself. Develop the qualities that will help you when the opportunity finally comes. When you shift your mindset from frustration to preparation, the waiting season becomes productive. There's a reason why patience is so powerful. It separates those who truly believe in their dreams from those who only hope for them. When you have patience, you show that you trust the process. You demonstrate that you are willing to do what it takes for as long as it takes. The best things in life don't happen overnight. They require consistency, faith, and the ability to keep going even when nothing seems to be changing. Your dream is still on the way. The timing is not off. The delays are not permanent. What is meant for you is still unfolding. So don't let impatience talk you out of what's coming. Don't let frustration make you give up too soon. Keep preparing, keep believing, and when the timing is right, you will see everything fall into place. Life has a way of testing your commitment to your dreams. At the beginning, everything feels exciting. You are filled with energy, passion, and motivation. You wake up eager to take the next step, to push forward, to do whatever it takes to make your vision a reality. But as time passes, obstacles begin to appear. The path isn't as easy as you expected. There are setbacks, unexpected challenges, moments of doubt. In those moments, the real question arises: how badly do you want it? It's easy to stay motivated when everything is going smoothly. It's easy to believe in your dream when doors are opening, when people are supporting you, when progress is visible. But what happens when things slow down? What happens when you face rejection, when you experience failure, when no one else seems to believe in what you're doing? That's when you have to make a decision. You have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. What was it that ignited your passion? What was it that made you believe in this dream? Go back to that moment, to that feeling of purpose. If your dream truly matters to you, then you can't let temporary difficulties make you walk away from it. The truth is, every great achievement requires persistence. Nothing meaningful happens without effort. You can have talent, you can have opportunities, but if you don't have the perseverance to push through difficulties, then you will never see your full potential. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not always skill or intelligence. It's the willingness to keep going when things get tough. Think about the people who inspire you. Maybe it's an athlete who spent years training before they ever won a championship. Maybe it's an entrepreneur who faced countless failures before their business finally took off. Maybe it's an artist who heard rejection after rejection before they finally got their big break. They all had something in common. They refused to give up. You may be facing moments where giving up seems like the easier option. Maybe you've tried and failed multiple times. Maybe you've invested energy and effort and you don't see the results you expected. Maybe you feel like no one else understands the vision you have. But remember, your dream was given to you. It wasn't meant to be understood by everyone else. It's your responsibility to fight for it, to protect it, to keep pushing forward. One of the biggest reasons people give up is that they focus too much on the challenges instead of the possibilities. They let fear outweigh faith. They let temporary setbacks convince them that their dream is impossible. But the only way you can fail is if you stop trying. As long as you are moving forward, even if it's just one small step at a time, you are still making progress. It's important to develop a mindset of resilience. That means learning how to handle failure without letting it break you. It means understanding that obstacles are not there to stop you. They are there to strengthen you. Every difficulty you face is preparing you for the success that is ahead. Every challenge is teaching you something valuable. Think about a diamond. Before it becomes something valuable, it has to go through extreme pressure and heat. Without that process, it would remain just an ordinary rock. The same is true for your dream. The struggles you face are refining you, shaping you, making you stronger. Without them, you wouldn't grow into the person you need to be to handle the success that is coming. You have to make a decision today. Will you let challenges defeat you, or will you use them as fuel to push forward? Will you let fear hold you back, or will you remind yourself that everything you want is still possible? Will you settle for less, or will you keep striving for the dream that's in your heart? The choice is yours. No one else can fight for your dream the way you can. No one else can believe in it the way you do. You have to make the commitment to keep going, no matter what comes your way. So when you feel tired, when you feel discouraged, when you feel like quitting, remind yourself, this is just part of the process. This is temporary. This is not the end of your story. Your dream is still alive, and as long as you refuse to give up, you will see it come to pass. As you stand at this moment in your journey, remember this. Your dream is still alive. It may have faced delays, it may have encountered challenges, but it has not been forgotten. Everything you have been through, the struggles, the setbacks, the waiting has been preparing you for what's ahead. You have the power to shape your future. The words you speak, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take all play a role in turning your dream into reality. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let frustration convince you to walk away. The waiting season is not a wasted season. Every step, even the small ones, is bringing you closer. The people who achieve great things are not the ones who never face obstacles. They are the ones who refuse to give up. They understand that the process is part of the journey. They keep believing, they keep working, and they keep moving forward no matter how long it takes. Your dream was placed in your heart for a reason. It is not too late. You are not too far behind. The best chapters of your story have not yet been written. So rise up with confidence. Speak life over your future. Hold on to your vision, even when no one else sees it. Stay persistent, stay patient, and stay determined. Because one day, the doors will open. The breakthrough will come. The dream you have carried in your heart will become your reality. And when that day comes, you will look back and realize that every moment, the struggle, the waiting, the perseverance was all worth it. Keep going. Your dream is still ahead of you.